What's up, YouTube? Prepared Patriot coming to you live.
Got us a guest in the house.
So, in case you guys are wondering, we'll wait just a minute and let everybody kind of get started and come in here. Do we get a notification out?
I don't know, man. I've heard this week that notifications have been kind of throttled back. So let me go to Prepared Patriot NC on YouTube and see what we got. So here it is, but I didn't get a notification. So here it is. Okay, here's my volume.
Yeah, make sure you turn the volume down there, dude.
It's pretty.
Otherwise, you'll hear us all through
Yeah.
the room here. Yeah.
So
So it sounds like the audio.
my phone is
fair.
doing like 3 things at once. It's awesome, dude.
Amazing.
So I can see the comments and stuff, I think.
So we'll just tell you a little bit about what's going on with us. If you guys watch it back tomorrow, you can kind of get filled in. We got Jimmy in with us tonight, the OG prepper. We've been doing a bunch of videos before the live stream tonight. Hope you guys can stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love the content. If you're into preparedness.
That was the, not to mess with, we did get notifications on this.
Okay, cool. So hopefully it'll go out and we'll see some more of our guys starting to come in here in the next little bit. I see somebody. What's up, Patriots?
That's me. You on
Somebody
there too,
else?
Jerry?
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right, so we got a couple people starting to come in. We're up to 3.
That's all 3 of us. All
No, I'm not on there.
right, there you go. There's somebody else there.
Somebody else is out there.
So,
Anyway, just letting you guys know, we've been running, doing some videos this afternoon. It's been a very productive evening. We've got several awesome videos coming up with Jimmy, the OG prepper. I told him he's got to change his name to that now because it's stuck. Like he is the OG prepper from my point of view from now on.
ain't nothing but an OG, baby.
So we got some videos coming up. Jimmy's going to talk about the first video. We're going to talk a little bit how Jimmy got, kind of started in the lifestyle and which he kind of grew up in it. Spoiler alert. And then also going to do a video about organic food. So be looking for those to drop in the next little bit. Prepared Patriot NC stuff that's coming up. We have
classes.
Oh man, this
Season's heating up.
Saturday. Yep, this Saturday. Hopefully, a lot of you guys are already signed up for the medical low light combo. We have Kevin Caldwell coming out from Recon Medical. He's going to be doing the medical section of that, and then we're going to have the low light section that I'll be teaching. So we'll be doing an intro to low light tactics and then medical class. That's going to be awesome.
January 30th, we got a Prepared Rifleman 1. Just Saturday, January 30th. And we've got our first comprehensive carry class, our version of concealed carry. Jerry will be taking point on that February 6th. And we are supposed to be doing a Prepared Pistol 2 class on February 7th. If we can get enough folks there, we might change the concept. I think we'll throw that out there. Just kind of depends when we probe some folks personally this weekend. So February 7th.
Oh Lord,
Prepared Pistol 2. Is it Routeport already? Yeah.
Routeport's on there. What's up, Jason? Jason, man, how's it looking on those alumni hoodies, dude? They're going to be coming along anytime soon.
And,
I know you said he was having a hard time getting sweatshirts
yeah,
for the big dudes.
So back to the class, the advertisement, the promo. So and then we double back. Actually, there's Prepared Rifleman 2. That's February 27th.
Yep.
And then we'll have Jerry's going to be flying solo the weekend of March 6th and 7th, running comprehensive carry and Prepared Pistol 1. Patrick and I are going to be training ourselves. Going to be wrestling around doing some ECQC stuff with Craig Douglas at Shipworks.
Which we are really looking forward to. It's going to be an awesome class.
So you got a little bit better vantage point from there, man?
Yeah, man,
Still
I
on
can
the camera,
see.
so that's good.
So Jason says he is still waiting on the MCB. If y'all didn't get in on that multi-cam black and you're an alumni, that's badass. You really missed out.
That's the one color, like I said, I didn't get because I knew you were getting.
Gay.
And I didn't want
So
to.
you're
I
gay.
don't want to be between them, man. I don't want to be between them.
Which one did you get? The camo one?
I don't know. I got the OD. I got the Woodland camo. Jenny wanted the OD green. I think Sam got the tiger stripe one.
Nice.
So
So Jason is a friend of ours up in Camden, and he makes all kinds of cool shirts and stuff, logo stuff. He does screen print and all that different stuff.
Nice.
Makes some really cool stuff. Shirts you would like. You know what I mean? Shirts that you would
Check 'em
really dig.
Yeah.
Pretty cool dude. We're happy to have him as a friend, but he still thinks that we're gay.
Not we.
Mainly me and Matt. He's only
I'm glad I'm not in this group.
he's
Right,
only
just
he's
carry
only
man.
seen us together for like every time we come to go to train, so
Jason Ralport says, I train a little.
trains a
He
lot.
sure does.
He's been a
Man.
very well trained dude. We're talking a little bit about prepping tonight, Jason. How's that the pig thing going? When Jason is a semi probably farther along prepper than we are, really. He's got some
Got
pigs
some
that
cows.
he's getting ready to do a class up there
Yeah.
on how to slaughter and do all that stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
Be a good thing for the people in this area.
Information.
Jimmy is the OG prepper, Jason. Like he's kind of who got me kicked off down this pathway, man. And I am thankful to have him around. So, talking a little bit tonight about prepping.
Yeah. Well, when somebody leads you down this rabbit hole, and I tell people all the time.
First, you apologize. You sound very sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's like, is it a blessing or a curse?
It's kind of both.
Yeah.
You know, it's that taking that red pill,
But
right?
it is, it's like, the very first thing in preparedness really is awareness. You have to be aware that something is wrong, something is, might be coming down the pike that might be detrimental to you and your family. And unless you have that awareness, you never get there.
Absolutely.
And there's a whole lot of people in this country that aren't there and never will be.
They have their heads up their hind ends and they're not paying attention. Like
He
how
was
you
saying,
could go in the last 2 to 3 years and not feel like that is like how do you not see
bizarre.
it now? Like
Pretty bizarre.
I could have maybe bought it 5 years ago, but in the last 2 years, if your eyes haven't been open, I don't
Ain't
know
never
what
gonna
will.
be
Yeah,
open.
nothing will bring you around
No, it ain't gonna
at
happen.
this point. So
I mean, it's so blatantly in our face now. To me, it's like, you just can't miss it. I mean, there is so much going on and so much.
it's almost like they're not trying to hide it anymore.
They're not.
It's just
That's
like
the thing.
there you go, you can take it and like it.
But that's a scary concept in itself, right there. If you think about it, that they have so much confidence in what they're doing against us that they feel like the whole thing is wrapped up and done.
you don't do it in the light of day anymore, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they try to hide it. It's just here you go, you're gonna take it and like it. Bend over, here's some soap.
Jason says, I'm thinking about making a cool bot-powered walk-in cooler and do one the day of alumni and canning lesson, day 2.
That's awesome, Jason. That's also something we're thinking about doing, brother, is getting into doing some canning and prepping and just food preservation stuff and offering it to our guys. I don't claim to be the expert on all that stuff. Jimmy here's got quite a bit more experience on food preservation. My wife is awesome at canning. That was one of the things. A couple years back, we started making a pack that we were going to try to learn one new skill every year to pull us down the preparedness lifestyle a little bit. And it doesn't. That's the thing. Bite off a little of the elephant at the time, guys. It doesn't have to be all at once, right? Like ours at one point in that time was just, okay, this year we're going to learn how to put back all that stuff we do in the garden. We're going to learn how to can it. Had to go dig up some old cans and old canning stuff and get a grandmother up here to teach us because it's a dying art.
It is.
Yeah.
For sure.
But thankfully we have learned that skill now and we now know how to pass that on to others. So
For those of those folks that don't know Prepper Jimmy, where are you from, man?
Born and raised in Arizona, southeast
Okay.
corner of Arizona. For the last 17 years, I was a organic, so-called farmer there. We grew a lot of vegetables, things like that. But we run into dire straits there with a water issue. Basically, wells were going dry there and no rain, severe drought. We've been seeing this coming for a long time, so had family here in North Carolina with Patrick and Jessica and the kids, and amazing resources here. Water for one, which is the most important. And so wife retired out, sold the farm. That was a difficult thing to do, but it was time. It's time to go to greener pastures, which is definitely greener. here
Truer,
than
it's greener
where I
here
come
for
from.
sure.
So what were
yeah.
some of the stuff you're growing out there, out in Arizona?
Oh, all kinds of veggies. You know, it was a truck farm. We basically sold everything that we grew through farmers markets and people that would come to the farm and buy it.
Nice.
One of our main crops were garlic, which we're trying to reintroduce here. It's a lot wetter than what it's used to, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
North Carolina, we grow kudzu and bamboo, right? That's what we do here.
Matt like declares war on bamboo at his house.
Oh, it's
There is
January, man. I've only got four more months until bamboo hits over at the pit, man.
He goes over there and like tries to kick it off. I'm like, dude, bamboo's edible. And like we can use
Actually,
it for
I
stuff.
let a family harvest it now,
Awesome.
but they pull out like the big burlap grass seed bags. You know, they'll come every 3 days or so, and they'll haul out 4 or 5 of those bags. You know, 60, 70 pounds worth of bamboo shoots.
Matt hates bamboo for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Loves
Well,
it.
that kudzu, that's something to hear.
Here's the thing, a lot of people don't know this, but kudzu is edible. Like
Yes.
you can actually, it's not, even though it's kind of a crazy plant, you know, it takes over everything. You don't really want it.
No.
But if you can get it where, avoid it on any of the main roads where it's been sprayed and stuff, obviously. But if you can find it back off the road, there's some of the shoots and stuff off that are very edible.
Yeah, back in the day, our church used to have something called Kudzu Festival because there's a big patch of kudzu out behind it, and basically folks would make like kudzu jam, and they dry the things and make chips out of them and things like that. And I guess it was basically being thankful for what you got and making good out of
utilize what you
invasive
do.
stuff. Yeah, so
That's like back in Arizona. I think probably everybody's heard of the tumbleweed, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you see them on
The
Western
Roadrunners.
movies, and yeah,
coyote,
floating down the
Acme Rockets.
exactly. But here's one thing that most people don't know about the tumbleweed. Same thing with the kudzu. It is edible, but you got to get it when it's young and tender, and they make a really good green to eat. Really excellent cattle feed too. So they are beneficial, But
It's got to be better than stink bugs.
yeah.
Like there's nothing you can do with that shit.
So those of you guys interested in the CoolBot, Jason says a CoolBot is a device that tricks a window unit into cool into the lower 30s.
Nice.
So take the enclosed trailer, insulate it, and put the window unit in it with the CoolBot. You can have a mobile walk-in. That's awesome. And it sounds like he's got a nice piece of property there. He says, I'm starting a food forest on 40 acres.
That is a awesome thing, Jason. That's something we're hoping to start doing here at the little homestead that I got going. Is we're hoping to start developing our own little orchard and stuff going on there. Like I don't have as much acres as you, but we got enough that we can put out quite a bit of food. Yeah.
Do a lot of what
Yeah.
we have.
Jason, do you put the insulated board on the inside of the trailer to do that?
What type of insulation do you use?
Be interesting to know. I've never heard of a CoolBot. I'll have to look that up.
So
Jason is also like not just a screen printer, like former mechanic, jack of all trades.
Can we call him like a Renaissance man, kind of like our buddy Evan?
No, Evan has the Renaissance
He
man
does.
kind of thing. He's also a transplant from the West. I think he moved from Texas.
Texas.
So he moved from Texas out to Camden, not North Carolina. He's in Tennessee, you traitor. Now, if I was going to move anywhere else, it probably would be Tennessee. To be honest,
right now.
they're probably one of the freest states in the freaking place, and there's some really awesome people that we love and enjoy up there. So,
Yeah.
Seems to be a lot of people moving out, into Tennessee and around this area too.
yeah, Tennessee and
Yeah,
North
I can
Carolina are
tell.
hot right now. I just wish we'd get more people like you in, and less people from New York.
Yeah.
Unless you're like the New Yorker that hates New York and you want to come here because you hate New York.
Yeah.
Just don't bring the
Don't
other
bring
stuff
all the
with you.
problems.
Yeah, don't bring your
New
politics
York
and bring it
or
here.
North Carolina. He said insulated board works awesome.
So that CoolBot, Jason, how does that work, man? Does it just like hyper drive that window unit or something? Because I'm just thinking like that's doable. That's pretty cool. Building a mobile, even if it's not mobile,
Yeah.
even if you just make like a stand-in cooler, that'd be pretty nice.
So, what types of things are you hoping? Are you going to kind of stick with the same plants that you would do out west, or is there a different selection you'll be doing?
Well, it's going to be a little bit different out here, because of the climate for sure. But here's one of the keys of gardening and even prepping is don't plant something that you don't normally eat anyway. Don't go out and
Yeah.
plant all of this stuff that you wouldn't normally utilize. Makes no sense. Just stick with the stuff you like, stuff you know. that
So
you're
can I
gonna
plant
use.
bacon,
That's gonna be a tough.
Pizza plants?
pizza plants and bacon? No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
like a money tree, right?
Yeah, I wish I could plant bacon. That'd be awesome.
But yeah, no, it's and we're gonna have to, get some tips from local growers here on what really does well, because yeah, it's a totally different climate. But it's gonna be your standard run-of-the-mill kind of vegetables that,
and then
most everybody would eat.
And then hoping to do the orchard stuff at some point.
Yeah,
Trying to work in some fruit trees and.
Probably the garlic would be the only thing that maybe a lot of people here don't grow, but I had so much seed and I just couldn't leave it.
Sure.
So I brought it with me, and hopefully it'll acclimate and do well.
So did you do any livestock out there, or was it just all kind of
Chickens was all.
chickens?
Yeah, we had some geese at one point, some ducks, but nothing big.
You might have to replenish Patrick's stock.
We got plans for that.
Yeah,
Like
that's in the works.
I've been using a mobile electronic solar powered fence for a long
E-fence,
time.
yeah.
The e-fence stuff, and it's not keeping my predators out here. I've lost probably almost 20 chickens in the last year, so I'm gonna have to do a hard fence and an actual closed in shelter to get my stock back up. It's just I can't keep them. And I don't know what's killing them. Like something is just murdering my chickens.
Jason says that bot thing takes over a thermostat, so it controls the compressor instead of the thermostat that is on the window unit.
Nice.
So,
That's interesting. Have to check that out.
so should we pick a topic to spice up the live stream?
Well, I feel like that there's not a lot of people moving over because we're not doing the Facebook.
Do you want me to go live on Facebook and try to get some folks
Just
over?
say, hey, we're on YouTube. You should
All
get
right,
over
I'm
here.
gonna lose this one.
Or maybe we should just do that next time. We'll pull up the YouTube and pull it up, or the live stream on Facebook briefly and just say, hey, we're on YouTube. And because we got a lot of people filtered over from Facebook.
Live real quick and
Yeah.
say we're on there.
Just say we're on there. Get over here if you got
Yeah,
questions.
just go live for a while, and then if people hop on, say, hey, even if you got to interrupt us. So,
YouTube is where it's at.
yeah.
For the
So
moment.
I see more people over coming on there. Who else is on tonight? What questions you guys have?
We got OG
Especially
Prepper
for
in the
the
house.
OG prepper.
Prepper Jimmy. So, like I said, uh-oh, messing with my heater, man. I'd kind of like to get into some topics.
Fire away.
I don't know. Like I think we talked about earlier. Just kind of whether folks don't realize that you're kind of the war on food right now. And the war on land and resources and
Yeah.
so much competition for resources, and get your feedback on that. So
Well, I think that's another issue, that can be broached is this whole issue of so-called scarcity, which I don't agree with necessarily.
you're live from your personal account.
I think that the whole concept of scarcity is basically been thrown upon us, as a control mechanism. Because when people are afraid that, I'm not going to have the food, the water, the medicine, whatever it is, that kind of creates a panic, and people tend to, not think straight in those situations. And to me, personally, I think that there's more than enough resources on this planet to take care of everybody that we have, plus a whole lot more. I'm not an advocate of overpopulation. I don't believe it.
So you're not Bill Gates. You don't want to kill everybody.
No, I think this planet can take care of a whole lot more folks than we have already, if we do it right. This whole commercial farming situation is not sustainable, and that's not the way to go about it. I mean, we've been going down this road for a long time, and it's falling apart.
Yeah, I agree.
We've got to go back to local systems,
I've got another tripod you can hook up to.
just like it used to be, back in the day, 50, 60, 80 years ago. And a lot of small farms, taking care of their communities. And that's really what we got to get back to.
I agree.
Is localized, sustainability.
Hey, Facebook friends, come on over to YouTube and join us. We have the original prepper Jimmy in the house with us as a special guest. I'll keep it on here for a couple minutes, but
We're trying to transition
We're trying-
away from.
to transition over to YouTube.
Yeah.
So pop over there and watch us at Prepared Patriot
Yeah.
NC.
Do us a favor and go down the bottom left-hand corner, hit that share button. Let's get some folks. See, Facebook pops up 7 people, boom, like that.
Yep.
So I don't know that we can just straight walk away from it, but
So
we'd
in
like
case
to.
you're on Facebook and you're wondering, like, we're really trying to get away from it. Cindy Dietz, nice to see you. Scott Wexler, what's up? Hey guys, if y'all could come over to YouTube at Prepared Patriot NC. We're trying to try to move away from this Facebook stuff, guys. It's getting to where it's kind of going against our ethos, and we'd like to change over and do some different things. So if you can come on over to YouTube, we are doing a live there. We're about 20 in. You got 40 more minutes with us. So Jason also said there that you can make starch to fry things of kudzu roots. That's right. You can. You can make like a almost like a flour out of it if you grind it correctly. So
I said
Yeah, so the big problem with Facebook is that it's got to be vertical, otherwise it's crappy. You know what I mean? So,
what's up, Scott?
Scott Wexler in the house. So
Scott, how are you enjoying that new Toyota, my friend? I saw that you decked it out the other day. It looks nice. I'm envious of you and Matt. Both of you have nicer Toyotas than me. Mine's still kicking though. 300,000, Scott. On mine, man. I'm gonna see how long I can push it. I'm hoping I can get 500 out of it.
I'll tell you what, I was really lucky just in the last few months picking up a Toyota. It's a 20-year-old truck, but it had less than 100,000 miles on it.
That's awesome. Yeah, hard
I
to
was
find.
really, really glad to get it.
Scott said, I'm working on it. Still got some work to do. What are you going to do to it, Scott? Man, it's brand new. You just upgrading stuff, huh?
Scott, how's the audio on the YouTube on your end, buddy? Just kind of testing out.
Big one, can you hear OG Prepper? Can you hear?
Yeah, hello.
Because we're trying to work within YouTube's parameters at this point, and until we get some more stuff going, it's going to be what it is.
We got Tox in the house on Facebooks.
We'll tell you, Tox.
I'm gonna tell him to head over to YouTube.
Did you text him? Can't hear.
Yeah, I did.
Tox is deaf.
Well, but he
But he-
probably has closed captioning.
Does YouTube do
Stop
that?
being a dick.
Does YouTube do that?
Yeah.
I didn't think they
It's
did.
got preferences and stuff.
Rev to the limit. What's up, preacher man?
Ryan Norris in the easy. Brian.
Brian, man, I appreciate the encouraging words the other day, man. I needed them. It was at the right moment. You and Jody at the same time. Jason says he got a GMC as 20-year-old and runs awesome. I'm assuming runs awesome. I saw that. I've had a couple of old GMCs and Chevrolets, and they were good trucks till they weren't. Had lots of work to do when they did.
That's great for everything, though, isn't it?
Come on, magazines.
Hey, Brian, have you given any thought to doing? Did you check your schedule, see if you got time to come out and do the South Narc class?
ECQC.
Weapons Junkie Jody in the house.
There he
What's up,
is.
guys?
Finally getting our folks up in here. Took you guys a little bit.
So you North Carolina dudes, if y'all are interested, me and Matt going to ECQC. We're going to be doing that March 5th.
Brent Huffman on Facebook asked us if we're on Rumble.
We need to be on Rumble,
Yeah.
but it's just not taking off, man. If you want to reach the masses, it kind of has to be on YouTube, unfortunately.
So Brent, if you haven't found us on YouTube, my man, head on over there
Prepared
to
Patriot NC.
on YouTube. Trying to gradually get there, and then if comms and platforms stay up, maybe we can work towards Rumble and different places we agree with more than.
I'd love to see that happen. We just got to build more of a following. I know Full 30 at one point in time was gaining a little traction, but there's just, to reach other people, it's really hard not to.
And it gets really super tiring and frustrating, kind of working across 5 or 6 different platforms, man. And I was just starting to really post on Parler.
Yeah. Parler got yanked, but I've heard it's coming back. Scott says, I really want to do ECQC. Was talking with a few people about heading down to Sonny's compound to do it. Dude, if you could get to Sonny's to do it, that would be even better, because then you get Sonny and him.
Extreme experience.
Oh boy, yeah. You better have your mind right before you get there.
Extreme close quarters concepts. For sure.
I saw a picture of that truck, Jason, man. I liked it. Joey says, what's the prepper words of wisdom from the OG? So OG prepper, we're going to, hey, listen.
Start yesterday.
Yeah. Listen, we got a couple videos coming out, guys. I did an interview with the OG prepper before we did the live stream and stuff tonight. You're going to get to hear a whole lot more of his backstory, how he fits in with us and our family and stuff like that. And then we're also did one today on organic foods and how that is maybe something you should pay attention to. Yeah. But words of wisdom.
Basically, you got the 3 big ones: food, water, and shelter. And where these guys come in is the ability to defend all of those above. And that's it. You don't have to get complicated. Keep things simple. If you're just starting out and prepping, anytime you go shop or whatever, pick up a couple extra cans of goods. Yeah. Start somewhere and just start building what you have already. And it's like I said before, when you're growing things, don't go and plant a bunch of stuff that you don't normally eat. Same thing when you shop, even for prepping. Buy what you normally use. Don't go out and buy a bunch of this other junk that is just going to sit there and, you're going to spend money on it. And eventually you may use it, but just stick to the basics. Really.
So I know Jody, and I know he's not a beginner prepper. Mm-hmm. So if you had some advanced prepping knowledge to dump on him, what would you say?
Don't ever believe everything you're told.
Yeah, he's good with that. Jody's good people, and well down the path. Jason says Jody is gay. Jason, you think everybody's gay? I'm beginning to think you're projecting.
He was the one that was in the Navy and
yeah, he's a Navy
probably
man.
A seaman.
Oh, he was, wasn't he? Scott says, what beer y'all sipping on? Actually, this is whiskey. And I think all of them are drinking whiskey.
I went out right now.
Matt's not. He's driving. So he's got to keep it tight. Scott's, what was it there? I saw another.
Got some friends on Facebook. Jimmy, say hey to the Facebook friends over there on the left corner. Yeah. Got Prepper Jimmy from Arizona, born and raised.
Yeah, fish out of water for sure.
Organic farmer, times 13 to 14 years, the last part of his official farming career, right?
Yeah, about 17 years actually.
17, okay. Yeah. Even better.
Been doing it a day or two, but yeah, here in North Carolina now, I'm just kind of on a learning curve again because we're from
too much water out here.
Yeah, it's one extreme to the other. Went from extreme desert and drought. I mean, we were in a drought when I left there, and come here and there's more water than I know what to do with. Which is a good thing.
Can't get away from it. It does create a very lively environment.
Well, it creates its own situation for sure that I'm not used to. So it'll take a little bit.
Will Stokes, head on over to YouTube for us, man. Prepare Patriot NC.
We'd love to see you guys.
Hopefully you're getting excited for class. So.
Dang, 55 cents a round for 7.62 by 39. That was a bit high.
Boo. Who's jamming that much?
Brian paid that. Yikes, man.
It stinks, man. It really stinks. Is that kind of in a retail environment, Brian? Or like in a shop somewhere? If you're hanging out on Facebook, head on over to YouTube if you want to catch the whole crowd.
Scott said he got some ammo on sale or at the normal price at Cabela's. So if you guys have a
Yeah.
Cabela's nearby, you can check that out. I know that some
You gotta
people are
have some
saying
time, man.
some people are saying that too about the local stores here,
Yeah,
the Academy and some of the other places. If you can get there when they get them in,
people have been starting to camp out on that stuff.
and if you're our alumni, you should check the alumni page, and you might have some information there about ammo. And we'll leave it at that.
It's kind of too late,
Is it? Is it though?
huh?
Is it? Is it though?
I mean, I could go for another order maybe, but the problem with everybody is just the competition for components on,
Right.
you know.
If you
Brass
were an
primers,
alumnus, you had the opportunity to get hooked up. Is all I'll say.
Yeah,
We try to take care of our people.
Unfortunately, that ship's pretty much sailed and orders are already submitted. I just, you know, so the numbers that I needed to get the order in quick, and so
there's no more available.
no, man,
Okay.
not for now. Well, let's see. I'll stay in touch with the supply line and see if we can.
Jason says, when I met Jody, he had huge diamond studs in his ears, wearing a purple sports coat and his toenails painted, and was a hairdresser. So I legit thought he was gay for 4 years.
Oh well.
It's not judgmental at all. What's wrong with painting your toenails? No, I think when we met Jody first, he was at Tactical Response, right?
Yeah, he was
Our
in
first
the shop hanging
I
out.
think it was our
He did
first
have-
trip up there.
Did have
I think he still had the big earring though.
Yeah.
I think he still had the earring.
and he had a certain salon name on his T-shirt. We won't give away too much of his information, or at least a hair product name. I don't know that whole industry. So, if you guys are over on Facebook, head on over to YouTube's for us, Prepared Patriot NC. Kind of just leaving Facebook up to draw some folks in, and we can funnel them over to YouTube. I think folks get the notifications a lot better on Facebook than YouTube. So we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight.
So is there a lot of these folks online right now? Are they going to be taking the course this weekend?
You will see some of them.
Yeah,
If you will.
Jody will be there. Jody's coming. And then depending on who's hopped over, but people that have checked in, Will Stokes will be around. Tops. Jody's coming. So
Jody, you crack me up, dude. That's funny stuff.
Brian Norris should be there.
Is it Brian coming?
No, I don't think he's on the list.
Be good to see him there. Especially since Kevin's coming out, another alumnus. So,
Brian should bring his wife, but he might find out she's a better shooter than he is.
ooh, ouch. You know, that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
Not
Nobody
bad
else to
thing.
defend the fort, man.
So I'm saying. He said it's a Sunday, isn't it?
No,
On
our
Saturday.
medical low light classes
This Saturday, right?
Saturday. I think I've set the start time at 12:30.
Yep. So it'll be 12:30 to late at night. We're going to do an intro to low light tactics and have some guys come out and shoot. Only doing 100 rounds. It's going to be a brief shoot, mostly just to get people to have a little bit of experience at night, test out their tactics. a
If
little
for
bit.
nothing else, come for more networking, Brian.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna have Kevin there.
OG Prepper is going to be there. Y'all can
OG's
meet
there.
him and hang out and ask questions and
Jody will be there,
talk candidly.
and we got some new blood finally coming, so that's awesome.
Yeah, a couple of people that have some real promise that are coming to the group. We're looking forward to seeing them out there.
So
Scott says I need to get down there and put in some work. Man, you're welcome anytime. Anytime, dude.
yeah, man, someday when I get my new house built, I'll have like a basement with extra bedrooms. People can crash in. Just don't mind Cujo.
Brian said Laura is here with me. She loved that. Well, it's actually the truth. A lot of times.
Virtual high five.
Virtual high
Damn.
five. The girl does usually shoot better, man.
She was a stud.
That happens how many times?
A lot.
You know, we see that a lot.
Unfortunately, I will admit that women are bitter listeners.
No.
Really?
Scott says Patriot team room. We're working on it, brother. We're working on it.
Or at least a couch to crash on for somebody.
Yeah, if you're a friend of a friend, you're welcome.
The problem is that I got a really antisocial dog that's gonna interrupt the flow. So we got one room's gonna be earmarked for son's music room.
It also depends on how things go in the next little bit, guys. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing's gonna be, but
Yeah.
with
Anything can
Matt,
happen.
Matt's building a place that hopefully is gonna have some.
So for you guys out there, what kind of last minute preps are you guys making? Anything you guys done in the last week, 2 weeks? So
Jason said my wife can run a shotgun better than most people. She took fighting shotgun and advanced fighting shotgun.
nice.
Pregnant and outshot most. I don't doubt it.
I don't doubt that a bit.
I don't doubt it. Them women are mean.
Mama bear.
Them women are
Amazing.
mean. So my wife enjoys rifle always way more than pistol stuff. Way more. She had a hoot up there. Jason, you saw her up at fighting rifle up at Tactical Response, man. She loved that. She had a good time. So if you guys are over on Facebook, we are trying to move away from there. So if you want to keep up with us, we suggest that you come over to YouTube and try to subscribe and hit the notifications bell. That'll help you get whenever we're doing
Not
live
only
streams.
hit the notification bell, just make sure it's set to all
Yeah,
notifications, because there's a couple different settings like custom, and just hit the all.
and we're finding it quite difficult to get information out there here lately. Scott says he repacked all his medical shit, organized some shit in the garage, got some more water and some TP. You bought all the toilet paper, you
TP.
fucker.
on those TP stackers.
You should have had TP.
All right, so
That's all right. I sent my wife on a free, no questions asked trip to Sam's Club
There you
the
go.
other night, and she loaded down big time.
So when all that came about, the whole toilet paper shortage, and I grew up in the mountains where we'd be without power and everything else for weeks at a time. So I was kind of unknowingly prepper, I think is the way we described it, wasn't it, Patrick?
Yep.
I did it without thinking about it because that's the way
Yeah.
we grew up.
Yeah.
And anyway, back during summer when toilet paper got so short, for as many trips as I'd run up and down the mountain going to Ash to teach classes, hauling guns like crazy, I ended up taking some people some paper products.
You always,
And I felt like a smuggler.
you always got two pieces of TP on you if you wear two socks. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Not my darn tough, dude. Get
Yeah,
out of here with
that's
that.
That's
Get out of here with that.
It sounds like your background is similar to Jimmy's. Jimmy, family kind of indoctrinated him. Just
Yeah.
kind of that waste not, want not life.
Yeah.
Depression era parents that really bestowed upon him the importance of
Just keep things stocked and
Yeah.
ready to go.
and knowing how to do stuff. I think that's the biggest lost.
Well, no, I'll
It
tell
is.
you. Here's what I think. If you want me to
Or
really,
caring to know how to.
if you want me to really kind of guide you in the way that I've been prepping for a while, if you want me to really guide you in what I think is the most important prep that most of y'all are missing, this.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
people. You need a community. You need people that you can reach out to. We would love to be a part of that community if that's what you like. Prepare Patriot NC is not just a firearms training company. We're a mutual assistance group. We want to help each other out. We want to be a part of something bigger other than just the training people to use guns. That's one aspect of what we do. The whole thing is getting you more proficient to defend your life and to be able to sustain your life. So that's the big prep that most people are missing. I hope you guys get that. It's more about building that community and those relationships now. Sure, go buy some extra food. Hell, I will too. We'll put some more cans in the cart and stack up a little bit more than we normally would. Add another thing of rice to your preps. That's great. Nothing wrong with all that stuff. But if you don't have people, you're missing the biggest asset that you have available to you.
Yeah, we just decided to hijack my son's bedroom. He never sleeps in it. He's a creature of the couch. So we hijacked his bedroom to stack some stuff deep. So,
There you go. And he also has backup plans as well, right?
oh yeah.
So, Brian, what kind of AK you buy? Please tell me it was Occam's Defense, especially if it was a birthday present. Your wife really loves you if you bought her Occam's Defense. That wasn't loaded at all, was it?
Well, shame on him for asking her, or who bought it? Number one, who
No,
bought
he
it?
said it. No, he said he got an AK. He said consider it a 40th birthday present.
Okay, yeah, that's me. I just did it 5 years early. No, 3 years early. times two. So
Let's see.
I'm not getting any updates on my Facebooks, but if you're still hanging with us on the Facebooks, head over to YouTube, Prepared Patriot NC.
Jason
just
said
have
he's
the
putting
kid.
a hand pump on the well this weekend.
That's
After
awesome.
I get caught up, I'm
That's
also
huge
going to
right
put a
there.
12-volt
Yes.
pump set up to pump water from the catfish pond to the greenhouse.
Well,
Jason, man, I just want to be like you. We have an old well here that we're trying to get back in service, but I don't know how much time or money we're going to have to do that, bro. It has been it is always a money and time and putting stuff back kind of thing.
Yeah, just keep doing what you can do and move forward best
Brian.
you can.
Brian said he also put back some extra rice, some extra soft panel armor for the backpacks and such. That's awesome. Did you use AR 500 armor? That's good stuff. We picked up quite a few of those in the last little bit
Ours are pretty
ourselves.
backed up though, man.
They are, and I've only got
It's only 6
partial. I've only got partial fulfillment of my orders. If you guys have ordered based on our recommendations of AR 500, be patient. Like
We,
they've got a ton.
We had somebody
ton of
on a
people.
Facebook post today comment, and I just said it's crazy times. You got to be
Listen,
patient.
you got to be patient. Those guys they're making quality stuff, but there's so many people ordering from them. It takes a little bit of time. Jason says I have a few people. I know, jerk. You got some elites up there. But we're trying to build the same, brother. The thing is, I would love to have that same kind of group down here, and we're working toward it. We're getting better. We have some pretty awesome dudes in this group, and we're growing every day. And I'm proud of what we're building. I really am. Like the guys that we're putting, through training that are coming out and getting involved are the cream of the crop, man. It's the best people you'll ever meet, which is true about any training I've ever been to. The guys that train are just a higher level. They're all around good people. They're usually people give you a shirt off their back. If you need something, they're there for you. Like they got something that's yours. Like they're just good people, man.
They're only the top 10% of the population anyway.
Amen.
Right? You know what I mean? So,
Amen. 10%. That's right. Arsenal. That's not bad. That's not bad, Brian. That's a good
I
pick.
think somebody-
Although
I
I
think-
will say that I saw a couple of those having problems at fighting rifle. Let us know how that goes, man. Get out and test it some. I know you do some testing, and Brian also he writes for AmmoLand. Was it AmmoLand?
I don't know, Brian.
Let me
who
know,
you
Brian.
write for,
Who
buddy?
is it that you write for, so these guys can check out your stuff, dude? So Brian writes for I think AmmoLand. So he does some testing and stuff like that. He's come up and used our
I'm
range
blind
to
as a
do
bat.
that.
I can't. It's news to bottom line on the Facebook feed. We just checked in.
Julie Sparks. That's my aunt.
Okay.
Hi, Aunt Julie.
She's deaf too. She can't hear you. Yeah, wait.
She can't see
you.
you.
can't see you,
She
you know
can't
what I mean?
see you. That's funny. Hello. It's good to see you watching. What else we got here? See y'all Saturday. I'm out. Good night, Jody, man. Appreciate you watching.
Yeah, man.
See you, Jody. Catch you soon.
Jason says we live off what Nicole makes. Been using the money that I make from apparel on building preps. You are awesome, man. I really, if North Carolina, Jason said I keep telling y'all almost to move to the Patreon state of shooting stuff. If North Carolina doesn't get its shit together, Tennessee is my next choice. But Jason, I have to ask you, brother. If you had a community and you had your own homestead and you had your own stuff going, it's hard to leave, man. It's hard to leave. And plus, this is where I grew up. I feel like if I retreat from here, I give up my home.
And
You
the
know?
things go a certain way. I mean, other than Patriots standing up, how long is it before
it
some of
takes-
those other states are turning purple.
It takes good men like me and like you guys in this state to turn it around. You know, we need to make those connections and get those people out there that are like us, that are, you know, hard chargers and good people. And that's exactly right, Brian. If we leave, we lose ground. You're absolutely right. And I get that argument, dude. Like, I get why you're still in the city. You're trying to change people's lives there, brother, and more power to you. But I will say, like, I have a hard time about being in the city right now.
Well, you know,
And you're always welcome, brother. You know that. Like, if your family needs something, a place to go, you give us a shout. We'll give us a shout. We'll find you somewhere to
Go
go.
ahead and kill Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. We're
Peace
gonna
out.
kill you guys. No, oh, sorry, that's a bad word. I meant kill the Facebook feed.
You
Sorry.
got us banned forever.
Yep, my bad. We love you. But good night.
Man.
But Brian, you know, seriously, that's a hard place to be, man.
but you know, I have to commend the guy too. I mean, you know, it's getting to the point where you can't outrun this stuff, no matter
You
where
can't.
you go.
You can't. If we leave here, how long before Tennessee starts to do the same thing? You know, it's
I mean,
just,
it's a worldwide deal, you know, and stand your ground, stand in honor, and do what you can where you're at.
and the other thing is, don't be afraid to speak up. Like, this is time where we need some grown ass men to stand up and actually say what they're thinking.
Yes.
Quit being the doormat, guys. Like, don't, this political correctness and all this bull crap that we're being hit with is the war on you. They want to shut you up. They want to shut these men up. They want to not hear what you have to say. And that's the whole point, is like, you need to say it. You need to be there. And thank God for people like Brian who are in inner Charlotte, who are doing that. Like, good on you, man.
Hey Brian, you're not actually too far from me. I'm in Mooresville.
I keep telling him he needs to.
That's
he needs
Upper
to get
Charlotte,
closer.
dude.
Yeah, that's about what it is.
That's Upper Charlotte.
Yeah.
Everybody remember 46 minutes. There was a good little rant he just went on. That's going to be an awesome little TikTok video.
Matt and his TikTok. I can't say anything. Like, that's what's helping out the whole thing. It's letting Nick grow. He's our marketer. CFO Matto. So,
Yeah.
and
Matto.
Brian says, same principle. If I leave Charlotte, Raleigh, etc., you have to move to Tennessee sooner. True. True. Jason says, I had that in Texas, man. I have been around the world 4 times in the Navy. I went back to Texas
Navy.
on 10 acres, had a community, but I started turning into shit. So I came here. You must have been close to Austin.
Keep Austin and Austin.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Scott says, I'm buying property, building a pole barn house. That's nice. We have a pretty large pole barn here. Make sure it's
There's a lady in
irrigated
my
well.
neighborhood teaches pole dancing.
Yeah.
See, you're too close to the city. You're too close. That's how we test. That's like a litmus test right there. Golly. We have country land, but it's too far. Need to get something closer
Pole
to.
barns, you got pole dancing.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
Brian, I don't know how far.
Both can make you money somehow, you know.
Well, you can't.
Brian, I don't know how far you are, but if you need a pit stop between A and B, brother, we might be able to hook you up if it's in this direction. We love to help good people. So, Jimmy, biggest shock moving to North Carolina? Because I've actually looked at the climate and the weather. It's actually
Mud.
pretty close, right? Like, it's
Mud.
not too different.
Mud, yeah.
Mud.
Oh, my God, mud. Jeez, never seen this much mud in my life. Yeah, actually, the temperatures are pretty comparable. It's just the moisture content is just blows me away.
So when you were moving here, everything was in cardboard boxes. And I kind of laughed. I was like, okay, that ain't gonna work out too good. So when it gets here and, you know, it's all that moisture, they just fall to pieces. Like, they
Yeah.
won't hold.
Out
and then-
there, they could have sat in boxes for a year.
Yeah, no problem.
Night, Brian.
Brian, we'll
Check
see you,
out,
buddy.
man. He says, much love. Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
See ya. Thanks for tuning in.
He also moved out here to where I live with a 2-wheel drive truck, which was a bad idea. Like you gotta have four-wheel drive
Already
out
been
here.
stuck at the barn, what,
I
3
think I
times
pulled
already?
you like 3
I
times.
think it's like 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's like every time he goes to the barn at my house, it's just a mess. You gotta have four-wheel drive here.
Create
man.
his
It's
own
just
driveway for him.
it's so wet and muddy. Golly. And a lot of people don't understand that. When you go to buy a truck, it's like, two-wheel drive's fine. And it is most of the time. Not when you're on a farm. Holy smokes. Out here, you gotta have it. So that's why four-wheelers and stuff become so useful, right? You can get A to B and do what you need to do.
UTV.
So we have classes coming up. If you guys are tuning in and you're just kind of getting here, low light medical class was the 16th.
It's coming
This Saturday.
This Saturday the 16th.
So we'll be teaching that this weekend, and then
Fun.
probably be doing the rifle. The first class of rifle will be on
Prepared Rifleman 1,
the
January 30th.
Yeah. So I just got to ask him.
And Prepared Rifleman 2 on February 27th. If you guys got you some blasters and you want to
Get out there and
if
check
you
them
haven't
out.
trained with them and want to get out there and do more than bench rest shooting,
If you want to actually see if your rifle works and how to use it,
learn how to manipulate it, so.
do that.
We're
Good night,
going out.
Scott.
So stay dangerous.
Appreciate you
We're
coming,
certainly
man.
will.
So we appreciate you guys tuning in with us tonight. Probably going to cut a little earlier tonight.
Yep.
Not as much action. We're going to try to start making the transition off Facebook. I know it's hard, guys. I know it's difficult. Everybody's so dependent on Facebook. But Facebook, YouTube, all of these are kind of going against our principles, guys, and we're really looking to start moving somewhere else in general. We'd like to maybe look at Rumble or something like that, but it's just right now, if you want to play the game, it's got to be on YouTube. And it may be that we keep the Prepared Patriot.
Still under the thumb, a big tick.
We might keep the Prepared Patriot NC thing going on Facebook for just a little bit longer, just to kind of give y'all the message that we're coming over here. But we're going to try a whole lot to move.
Live streams.
Yeah, the live stream. We're going to keep the Prepared Patriot up over there just because we got so many people that communicate through the alumni group. That's really the only use I have out of that platform in general now, and I'm getting to where I hate that. If you're not on MeWe, if you're not looking on MeWe or what's the other one? I know Parler just got shut down, so we can't do Parler. Look on MeWe, check out Rumble, check out some of these other platforms, and see if you can't try to start transitioning, guys.
If you're having a hard time finding information, I recently downloaded was it Telegram, and you can follow a lot of your folks there and have information piped to you versus trying to get out there in the interwebs and actually find it in a day of suppressed notifications and people channels getting.
And that's the thing. How long before we are not allowed to speak like this anymore? Until they just say and unplug us. So if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy meeting people like this, if you enjoy, I say don't even do it here. Get out there, get into a class. Go take a class with us, preparepatriotnc.com. Hit the schedule, come out, take any class. You become a part of this group, and we'll help you any way we can. The other thing I would suggest is meet people in your neighborhood. If you can't get out to a class with us and you're in a different state or whatever, you're not willing to travel, go meet people in your neighborhood. They're your first line of defense, guys. That's your first asset. If the only place that you're meeting people at the moment is on the internet, you're losing already. But if you like to build a bigger community and you want to be able to reach farther down the road, you want to get half the state involved, then you got to be on some sort of social media aspect. I get that. So we're pushing the best we can to try to get the information out to everybody that we can, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Check out our videos and stuff on Prepare Patriot NC on YouTube. And then until we see you next time, guys, carry smart, carry safe, and be prepared.
And definitely stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And thank you, OG
See you, Jason. Thanks for
Prepper.
hanging with us, buddy.
So we shut that one off.